All right, let's talk about the stages of team development. And I assume you can imagine a scenario where you're a manager of a team. It could be a team for just a short project that you're working on, or even a long-term project that you're working on. And as the goal of a manager would to get your team to perform at a really high level, where everybody's performing. And this stage of development would be characterized by lots of trust. Everybody is clear on your goals. You're pulling for each other. Everybody knows what they're supposed to be doing. Bottom line, you can feel it. You're performing at a really high level. Fortunately, or frequently, I should say, teams go through stages of development before they reach this pinnacle of performance. And those stages of team development are forming first. If they're lucky, then they'll go to a storming stage, and if they have continued success, they'll go to a norming stage before finally performing at a high level. So let's talk about these four stages of team development and what you as a manager can expect to encounter during these stages of team development. So this first stage of team development is the forming stage down here. And this is the initial stage of team development. This is the getting acquainted stage in which team members first meet each other. They start forming initial impressions and try to get a sense of what it will be like to be part of this team that they're now on. Some team norms will be established during this stage as team members begin to find out what behaviors will and won't be accepted by the team. And particularly for the manager, for you, the manager during this stage, you should allow time for team members to get to know each other. Build trust, certainly very important. You want to build trust and give the team plenty of time to get to know each other during this first phase. The second phase of team development, if you're fortunate to move this stage, is the storming stage. And one of the characteristics of storming is that there will be lots of conflict and disagreements that are part of this stage of team development. As team members begin working together, different personalities and work styles may clash. Team members may become more assertive at this stage and more willing to state opinions. This is also the stage when team members start jockeying for position and try to establish a favorable role for themselves in the team. Team members are likely to disagree about what the team should do and how it should do it. And so team performance at this stage is still pretty low during the storming stage, given that the team cohesion is weak and team members are still reluctant to support each other. Teams that get stuck at the storming stage are almost always ineffective. They're not performing at a high level. So it's really important for team leaders, you the team leader, to focus on the team, focus the team on team goals and how the team can work better together. During this stage of storming, the team needs to be particularly patient with each other. Be patient. Be tolerant as you get to know each other and as you're starting to build trust during the storming stage. So if teams continue to do well and they break through the storming stage, they might eventually move up to the norming stage of team development. And during norming, the third stage, team members begin to settle into their roles as team members. Very positive team norms will have developed by this stage, and teammates should know what to expect from each other. Little petty differences should have been resolved. Friendships will have developed, and group cohesion will become relatively strong. And at this point, team members will have accepted team goals. They're very clear on what the team goals are, and they'll be operating as a unit, which is evident by the increase in performance by the team during this phase. This stage can be very short, and it's often characterized by someone saying on the team that, boy, I think things are finally coming together. It's very typical, though, for teams to go through a process where they'll norm for a little bit and then they'll cycle back to storming and then come back up to the norming phase. So you can cycle through at various times during the norming phase. So this final stage of team development, performing, is really the goal that we're striving for. We want to get our team moved to these other stages into the performing stage. And in this stage, the last stage, performance improves because the team has fully matured into an effective, fully functioning team. And at this point, members should be fully committed to the team and think of themselves as members of a team and not just employees. A lot of team loyalty. Team members often become intensely loyal to one another at this stage and feel mutual accountability for team success. They're there to back each other up, to help each other. And trivial disagreements can pop up, but they're relatively rare during this stage. And at this stage, just a lot of work gets done, and it is fun to be a team member. And you, as a manager at this stage, should be certainly rewarding your employees, congratulating them, praising them for the good work, but also being very aware of any problems that may arise that may move the team back into these less desirable denorming or destorming stages. So again, this whole graph that we've been looking at here is just a model of team development, and it gives us a way to look at some of the challenges, some of the responsibilities and hurdles that we might encounter when we're tasked with being a team manager. And hopefully if you think about these, it'll prepare you for some of those challenges that may lay ahead.